Hey everybody, welcome to another video of Monkey Business MB, and this video is to explain what happened to my baby Luna last Friday, August the 28th. Remember on another video I had mentioned that she had this machine that she needed to be hooked on for one day, and then I had to take the machine back because she turned purple and she had a trouble breathing and she had a raspy voice when she was born. So I took that machine back, and then they returned with the results on that Friday, like the next week, August the 28th, with the results. And and they had told me that she was low in oxygen and I needed to go to the hospital, to the NICU, and the NICU stands for Newborn Intensive Care Unit. I think it's newborn or neonatal, I don't even remember. And I had to be transported to the NICU into another city, which is even further from where I live and from where I deliver her, because that's where all the specialists are for new babies. And I was transported in with an ambulance. The ambulance took Luna and me to the hospital, to the NICU, to be admitted, because they said that she was low in oxygen. She was going all the way to 75, which is not good. She needs to be in the 90s, and that was a very low number to be going out of oxygen at night. But they had already checked her when she was born. They already had checked her in her first pediatric appointment, and they noticed her purple face. They noticed she had a raspy voice, and they checked several times her oxygen levels, and they were all fine. And I don't know why they were making this big of a deal, even though I appreciate their attention. And I was really sure that maybe I had put the machine wrong, or they had moved, the sensors weren't reading right, or anything. I was hoping to be just that. But they transferred me in the ambulance. They took me all the way over there. I was admitted. We were admitted August 28th, and so they needed to monitor her oxygen levels the whole night and that day, because I went there and like midday, I think we got there, so Friday, and they monitored her all Friday night, and she was perfect. Her oxygen levels dropped down only to 95 or 98. She was all good. But they were talking about that maybe when she was delivered, since they used the suction cup, the vacuum, maybe they pulled her vocal cords or her larynx, or I can't really remember the other word, and they needed to make sure, so they needed to do a bronchoscopy on her. And by that time I was already really worried and anxious, because they already had scared me that they were going to put her in the NICU, and they didn't. And then now they were finally doing something, and they were going to do the bronchoscopy, and the bronchoscopy is putting a little tube through her nose, and with a little camera that would open, and then they would check inside and everything. So that needed to be done in that morning, Saturday morning, like by 10:30. They had everything there for she's whining. They had everything ready to get the bronchoscopy thing done. They were telling me many things that could happen, many outcomes that they could be, but they scared me. Because it took me a long time to get her to be in my belly, and it took me a long time to get her out, for her to be sick. I have been a sick person myself since I was little, and I don't want her to have that experience. Sorry, I had to take a little break. So yeah, like I was saying, I don't want her to be a sick child like I was. So that really bummed me out. So they did the bronchoscopy like I told you. I had the pediatrician and specialist of the lungs and the throat and the nose and everything, and the specialist was the one that was going to do the bronchoscopy, and it took about 15 minutes to do it. They did not sedate her. They didn't put her to sleep because they wanted her to move her throat and hear and feel, like to see the movement of the vocal cords. And so they just numbed her nose with something so they could put in the camera, and they numbed her throat so the camera, I guess, wouldn't bother. I don't know, but they didn't sleep her with anesthesia or anything like that. And they took out the things, and this is the pictures. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see them. They're a bit glary. Let me see, because I put them in this plastic so I can, because I have the binder with all her stuff. I don't know if you can see. You see? This is the vocal cords, and then this is the larynx, and this part is what is swollen. This part is what is swollen, and it's interfering here. So every time she cries or anything, it goes in. So see, your vocal cords need to close completely when you talk with your cry. When you make any vibration, they need to close completely. So these other things, the larynx, need to, they're swollen. So every time she goes like this, they're like this. Every time she opens, they interfere because they're swollen and they go in it. So that's why she has that raspy voice. And when she cries, she turns purple. Even though the purple thing has gotten better, she hasn't turned purple that much or at all. With the oxygen, she was perfect. The machine did make a mistake. They monitored her. They saw everything was fine, 100%. So she's not missing oxygen. She has that swollen thing, and it's called, I'm gonna butcher this, it's called Laryngomalacia, and that's Laryngomalacia is it's going to be improved with her growing. That's what it is. She has no medication, she has no restrictions, she has absolutely nothing like a sickness that needs to be monitored, that needs to be medicated. She's going to outgrow it, and by time it's going to get better, even though by time she's going to get a little bit more raspy. I don't know if you can hear it, but she's going to outgrow it. They're going to go back to normal, and she's going to be fine. Let me see if I can find the... So this is what it is. Laryngomalacia in baby, so infantile, is best described as a floppy tissue above the vocal cords that falls into the airway when a child breathes in. It's the most frequent cause of noisy breathing, stridor, in infants and children's. Is the most common birth defect of the voice box, the larynx. The cause and reason why the tissue is floppy are unknown. The part of the nervous system that gives tone to the airway is most likely underdeveloped. So that's what laryngomalacia is. It's underdeveloped, and it just will go away while she grows. It will get unswollen, and the voice box and the stridor and the vocal cords are going to be much better. The vocal cords are fine. They first thought that maybe since they used the suction cup, the vacuum, they had damaged the vocal cords, but that wasn't the case. And laryngomalacia is not caused by neither the parent or the provider, the doctor, so they don't know why that happens. But that's what Luna has, and how you can tell is that your child's doctor may suspect that your child has LM, Laryngomalacia, by simply gathering his or her medical history. However, this condition is confirmed by a clinical examination and flexible laryngoscopy, or the bronchoscopy that they did for her. And they did x-rays and neck and chest, and for her heart and everything was discarded. Everything was fine. And the only thing is that we need for her to grow and get the stupid laryngomalacia out of her body. Right now, I also still have the raspy voice myself. So we both are like that at the moment. And hoping for her to get better. The good thing is that she wasn't missing oxygen, and she will outgrow it, and she doesn't need no medicine for this. So I'm very happy for that. And we were discharged we went Friday evening, afternoon, and we got out Saturday midday, I believe. So we were just there for the night, and I was very happy that I got out with a solution, not a solution, but with an answer of what was wrong. And on and that is Wednesday, I believe. No, we'll have a follow-up, so I will keep you in the info for that part, and hoping many prayers for Luna, for her to get better soon, because she does sound like it hurts, even though they say it doesn't hurt. But when she cries, it hurts me. So I don't want for her to feel like that. So that's the story with Luna and Laryngomalacia, and that is it. So hopefully you have already subscribed or will subscribe right now down in the button below, and I will see you all next time on another video. Goodbye. Let's see if you can say goodbye to Luna. Let's see if you could hear her. Luna. No, she's very sleepy. I don't think she's gonna make any noise. Goodbye.